Oh man, Turo, you screwed me again. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I thought I would tell you the tale of Turo. And the funny thing is, it's Saturday morning here. I'm actually about to jump on a flight, kind of mid-morning here, and go to Florida, where months ago I rented a car on Turo because I wanted a pretty big car, a minivan, nice space to carry everything around that I needed, and booked it. It was a fair price, and certainly no giveaway price, $400 for the 5 days, but that's all right. And so I'm going to go there, and it's spring break week, I should say that. Or most places around here, it's spring break week. I know they can be the week before, the after, or even a month or later, depending on what your school districts do. But I'm getting ready to go, getting ready this morning. And the reason I'm coming to you now is because I get an email and it says your Turo reservation has been canceled, which is funny because yesterday I had gotten a message in the Turo app that I needed to take a picture of my driver's license. I need to take a selfie with it. You have to have all that prepped up. No problem. Do that, upload it, good to go. And then this morning I say, there's no car. All right, well, that's a little weird. So I actually take a look at the listing and it says, due to unexpected maintenance issues or something like that. That's what it says from the owner. But I actually look back at the car and that car is available to be rebooked. So I actually try to go through the rebooking, and it's basically another $400 more than it charged me. So I think it was like $400 originally, and now it was like $764 or something when I'm checking out. And my suspicion is when I booked it, it was way underpriced for the week. And I guess that's the whole point, is I booked it early to get a better price. But I'm guessing that this owner, who looks like they have 8 or 9 other cars too that they rent, realized that they were giving up $400 or $500 for the rental that they could have otherwise pocketed. And so they canceled it, blamed it on maintenance, and then are relisting it. So I reach out to customer service and I say, hey, I had this rental and it's been canceled. Can you tell me why? And it comes back, they say, it looks like it was canceled due to some unexpected maintenance, which is funny. It's pretty amazing that the unexpected maintenance happened 6 hours before I'm supposed to pick it up. So they look, and of course, there's not much available. There are no other minivans available. I actually look on some of the other sites, all right, I'm just going to rent it from Enterprise or Alamo or Budget. There aren't any really minivans. Actually, one of them was like $8,500. What are you smoking? I guess someone's got to have that minivan, huh? So obviously I didn't book that, but I booked a mid-size SUV on another site. It ended up costing me $100 more than I was planning. Not be quite as comfortable as a minivan. Minivans are comfortable despite how lame they look and how soccer mom-ish you look with them. But it's funny because I remember back, and I found it. I did a video on Turo where I had also rented a car. And actually that was just locally because I don't think I had a car. My car was in the shop or something like that, or I sold the car. I don't remember why. But the car never showed up. But then I did use Turo again the next year, and that actually worked out all right. And I actually did a video on that. It was a good experience. I don't use Turo all that often. I don't need to rent a car unless I'm traveling. And if I'm traveling for work, they usually make me do it through one of the big brands. So I don't have any choice. Most of the time I do it through Enterprise rental cars. Got my account with them. Been using them a long time. But I've used Hertz and Alma and all those too. Those are just fine. So when I'm traveling for work, I can't usually use a Turo. I usually just try to do it on the cheap. I'm talking to customer service and they can't find another car. They don't offer me any credit. They say, looks like there are a lot of cars out in that area this week and next week. The best I can do is refund your money. So I say, all right, well, refund my money. And of course, it's going to take 3 to 5 days for them to process this. I'll be watching that very closely because it's funny to me that Turo has built their model on basically the Airbnb of cars, and there isn't some sort of backup plan or credit that you would provide. It seems to me if you're going to get in that business, like if Enterprise is going to rent you a car, anyone can take the reservations. It's keeping the reservations, right? But Enterprise has their own fleet of car, and so if they don't have your car, they'll give you something else. Sometimes it's an upgrade, but at least you've got wheels. But apparently Turo's, if we can't have your reservation and we cancel it 6 hours before, well, screw you. We've else about that. So it's not, hey, we'll do whatever we need to do to get you into a car, or I'll find you whatever equivalent we can on our site and we'll eat the difference or whatever it is. It's even like Spot Hero. I went down to a Cubs game once and I had a spot booked and they didn't have the spot available. I got there and there was a car in there and I called Spot Hero and they were like, listen, there's a spot a couple more blocks down, but just park there. It would have been more. We'll just eat the difference. And so I was like, all right, that's the best you can do. I can't expect you to tow the car. right? But at least it's not going to cost me anything out of pocket. In this case, Turo's just, yeah, there are some cars available, but they're more expensive, including the car you just booked if you want to rebook it. But it wasn't like they offered to pick up that extra $300 or $400, and apparently they're not going to have any punitive response to the owner who looks like they're just arbitraging some more money. So I think this is a case of where Turo's kind of bad. Can you get a cheaper car? That was the whole point. But if you can't get a cheaper car and you can't get the car you want, what the hell's the point of using it? So this is now twice bitten, thrice shy here. Yeah, I guess it's just probably not worth trying to, especially if I'm going to book very early and think I've got everything else lined up. But now today, this morning, before getting in my Uber and heading to the airport to get going right now, as opposed to being online to try to book another car, I'm actually waiting on some of these to see if they actually are going to confirm the car. But I just was so frustrated here in the middle of it, and the lack of effort on Turo's side to come up with any sort of resolution. Here's the only solutions they offered. The cancellation has made a credit to your account, which you can go online now and book and use immediately. Or you can wait 5 days for a refund. All right. Thanks for absolutely nothing. I just feel like if that's someone who's canceling a reservation to get a better deal and now has been made aware of this kind of cash grab exploitation of the process, they should be kicked off, right? Even if I don't get any recompense on my side, at least they're gone. They're not going to go out there and scam or rent the car to someone who thinks they have the car until a better deal comes along, right? So I think they should be gone. And what's funny is because I didn't actually rent the car, I can't even leave a review for that person. So I'm going to guess this may not be the first time they've ever done this, and they know the system pretty well and can navigate it pretty well. Very frustrated, obviously, with the renter who's going to rent me the car, but probably even more frustrated at the lack of caring and effort and options from Turo on this one. So rent from Turo at your own risk. Again, now this is twice they have screwed, and let me tell you, there will not be a third time. It's kind of like Master and Commander. You surprise me twice, there won't be a third. So that's it. Just wanted to share with you a little live rant. Peter Von Panda, out.